Success is not something that happens overnight. It is not luck, and it is not reserved for a chosen few. It is built slowly and painfully, through belief, courage, and the willingness to keep moving forward even when everything inside you says stop. One of the most powerful pieces of advice we can learn is this: if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Believe in your own worth before expecting the world to. This is not just a motivational phrase. It is a fundamental truth that shapes the direction of your entire life. Most people walk through life waiting for validation. They wait for someone to tell them they are good enough, smart enough, talented enough, or capable enough. But the harsh reality is, that moment may never come. And if your confidence depends on others, you will always feel uncertain, always feel incomplete, always feel like you are chasing something just out of reach. Self-belief is where everything begins. It is the foundation upon which success is built. Without it, even the greatest opportunities will slip through your hands because deep down, you won't feel deserving of them. You will hesitate, you will doubt yourself, and you will talk yourself out of chances that could change your life. Not because you are not capable, but because you have not convinced yourself that you are. From a young age, many of us are conditioned to seek approval. We are taught to follow rules, to meet expectations, to fit into molds created by society. Over time, this creates a mindset where we measure our worth based on external opinions. A compliment makes us feel confident, while criticism breaks us down. But real confidence does not come from what others say about you. It comes from what you decide to believe about yourself, regardless of the noise around you. There will be times when people underestimate you. They may not see your vision, they may not understand your ambition, and they may not recognize your potential. This can be discouraging, especially when it comes from people you respect or care about. But their inability to see your worth does not define your value. It only reflects their limited perspective. If you let their doubt become your truth, you are giving away your power. Believing in yourself means trusting your instincts even when no one else agrees. It means pursuing your goals even when the outcome is uncertain. It means standing firm in your identity even when the world tries to shape you into something else. This kind of belief is not loud or arrogant. It is quiet, steady, and unshakable. It is the voice inside you that says, "I can do this," even when everything feels against you. The journey to self-belief is not easy. It requires you to confront your fears, your insecurities, and your past failures. There will be moments when you question yourself, when you feel like giving up, when you wonder if you are truly capable. But those moments are part of the process. They are not signs that you should stop. They are opportunities to grow stronger. Every time you choose to keep going despite doubt, you build confidence. Every time you take action despite fear, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you create through experience. It is built through small wins, consistent effort, and the courage to keep trying. One of the biggest obstacles to self-belief is comparison. In today's world, it is easy to look at others and feel like you are falling behind. You see their achievements, their success, their highlights, and you start questioning your own journey. But what you don't see are their struggles, their failures, their sacrifices. Everyone is on a different path, moving at a different pace. Comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10 will only make you feel inadequate. Instead of comparing, focus on your own growth. Measure your progress based on who you were yesterday, not who someone else is today. Celebrate your small victories. Acknowledge your efforts. Give yourself credit for how far you have come. When you start recognizing your own progress, your confidence begins to grow naturally. Another important aspect of self-belief is self-respect. When you value yourself, you set higher standards for how others treat you. You stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop chasing validation from people who don't appreciate you. You start making decisions that align with your goals and your values. This shift changes everything. It changes your mindset, your relationships, and your direction in life. Believing in yourself also means accepting that you are not perfect. You will make mistakes. You will fail. You will face setbacks. But none of these define your worth. They are part of your journey. They are lessons that shape you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Instead of letting them break you, use them to build yourself. At the end of the day, No one else can live your life for you. No one else can chase your dreams or unlock your potential. That responsibility is yours. And it begins with one decision: to believe in yourself. Not because it is easy, not because it is guaranteed, but because it is necessary. Because without it, nothing else matters. When you truly believe in your worth, everything changes. The way you think, the way you act, the way you approach challenges. You stop waiting for permission and start taking action. You stop doubting your abilities and start trusting your instincts. You stop holding yourself back and start moving forward with confidence. Never let fear of failure stop you from trying. This is one of the most powerful principles you can live by. Yet it is also one of the hardest to follow. Fear is natural. It is wired into us to protect us from danger, from uncertainty, from the unknown. But in today's world, fear is no longer just about survival. It has become a barrier that keeps people stuck, small, and far away from their true potential. Failure is often seen as something negative, something to avoid at all costs. From a young age, we are taught that making mistakes is bad. We are rewarded for getting things right and criticized for getting things wrong. Over time, this creates a deep fear of failing. We begin to associate failure with embarrassment, rejection, and loss. And because of this, many people choose not to try at all. But what if failure is not the enemy? What if it is actually the greatest teacher you will ever have? Every successful person you admire has failed, not once but countless times. Behind every achievement, there are stories of rejection, mistakes, and setbacks. The difference is they did not allow those failures to define them. They used them as fuel, as lessons, as stepping stones toward something greater. When you let fear control your decisions, you limit your life. You stay in your comfort zone, doing what feels safe, what feels familiar. But nothing extraordinary ever happens in comfort zones. Growth requires risk. It requires stepping into situations where the outcome is uncertain. It requires you to take chances, even when you are not fully prepared, even when you are not guaranteed success. Think about all the opportunities people miss because they are afraid. Afraid of being judged, afraid of being rejected, afraid of not being good enough. They have ideas they never act on, dreams they never pursue, goals they never chase. Not because they lack talent or ability, but because they are too afraid to fail. And in trying to avoid failure, they end up avoiding success as well. The truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of it. Every mistake you make teaches you something valuable. It shows you what works and what doesn't. It helps you improve, adapt, and grow. Without failure, there is no progress. Without failure, there is no learning. Without failure, there is no success. It is important to change the way you see failure. Instead of viewing it as something to fear, start seeing it as something to embrace. Each time you fail, you are gaining experience. You are becoming stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You are building the skills and mindset needed to succeed in the long run. Fear will always be there. It does not disappear just because you decide to be brave. The difference is you learn not to let it control you. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to act despite it. It is choosing to move forward, even when your mind is filled with doubt. It is taking that first step, even when you cannot see the entire path. One of the most powerful ways to overcome fear is through action. The more you face your fears, the smaller they become. The more you try, the more confident you become. Each attempt, whether successful or not, builds your resilience. It strengthens your belief in yourself. It proves that you are capable of handling challenges, of overcoming obstacles, of moving forward no matter what happens. Another important aspect is understanding that failure does not define your worth. You are not your mistakes. You are not your setbacks. You are not your failures. They are simply experiences, moments in time that do not determine who you are or what you are capable of becoming. When you separate your identity from your failures, you free yourself from the fear of judgment and rejection. It is also important to remember that people's opinions do not matter as much as you think. Most people are too focused on their own lives to constantly judge yours. And even if they do judge, their opinions do not define your reality. You cannot live your life based on what others might think. If you do, you will always play small, always hold back, Always stay within limits that were never meant for you. Taking risks is not easy. It requires you to step into uncertainty, to accept the possibility of failure, to face challenges head-on. But it is also where growth happens. It is where you discover your true potential. It is where you find out what you are truly capable of achieving. Every time you choose to try, you are already winning. Because you are doing something that most people are too afraid to do. You are stepping out of your comfort zone. You are challenging yourself. You are moving forward. And that in itself is a powerful act. Life is too short to be lived in fear. Too short to hold back, to play safe, to wonder, what if? Regret is far more painful than failure. The pain of not trying, of not knowing what could have been, stays with you far longer than any temporary setback ever will. So take the risk. Try the thing that scares you. Go after the opportunity that feels uncertain. Speak up, step forward, take action. Because in the end, it is not failure that holds you back. It is the fear of failure. And the moment you decide not to let that fear control you, you unlock a whole new level of growth, confidence, and possibility.